Okay, sorry guys, the camera cut off when I was doing the last of Batman Forever's review. So we are now, this will be the last part of Batman Forever commentary and analysis. So for those who are keeping count, it was Ishiwishi, but I was talking about how um, this version of Two-Face, I refuse to call it Two-Face, but for the sake of it, is just a psycho fucking madman killer who doesn't care about everything. And now, because remember, in the mythos, in the Batman mythos, one very important aspect of Harvey Dent was that, again, he was a great friend of Bruce Wayne. So when he turned and when his accident happened, that made it that made him that made it the relationship the more uh, a greater tragedy, because Bruce Wayne is Batman, and Bruce Wayne was a great friend of Harvey Dent, but a great foe for the Batman. So I mean, everything he was doing was about a dual personality, reflecting Batman's dual personality. So they had so much in common and so much antagonistic also. So that's why Two Face is such a great villain, because as all the great villains in Batman's world, they reflect one part of his psyche. And again, I am now paused on the scene where Chase Meridian calls Batman for, she kisses him and she said, "My place, midnight." We're dealing to the downfall of this. Once, as I said, the first half of this movie is great. And I think that's what sparkled an actor of the caliber of Val Kilmer in it. And when all the gummy bears and the effects and the neons and the over the top, colorful, childish. I mean, I'm sorry, I love Jim Carrey, but it's not his fault. He was just cast to be Jim Carrey, and he does it great. And I mean, there's such a departure from when he is at Wayne Enterprises doing his little obsessive things, and when he is in his apartment doing again obsessive things, from the Riddler in his island powered by a giant green shit, green radar of Howard Glass, like a Howard Glass green shit island. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense. Like, you start with this and you end with that, and that's why this movie fails, because it has such a great departure. Like, his relationship with Robin was great, how we found it was great, the origin story, the nightmare with the red book, the psychology, love interest, and everything like that. Like, all these great things that this movie was built on, despite all the, I'm sure, the studio interference. What the hell? What the fuck? I am at 1 hour, 18 minutes, and 11 seconds, and 3, 2, 1, go. So Batman is getting out of the. Yeah, and like I said, Two Face is just firing in the sky for no reason. Why? And like, what a trick. He had to trick Batman is jumping in this exact spot. And I loved the vertical Batman flying down. Seems great. And it is a great trap, but I'm pausing here. It is a great trap, but it would be more something like, what is what is the Two-Face part about this trap? It's just trapping him somewhere to light him on fire. Okay, you could do that absolutely anywhere. It has nothing to do about the dual. Two-Face plans always has two faces. Like when in The Dark Knight Returns, if you've seen my commentary, they say it's twice as big as everything I've done. It's it's always twice two the number, the obsession of the number, of the duality. So there's nothing like that here. But again, it's a trap, so it's better than we've seen. He lures him. He lures him in a bunker, lights some gas. And Val Kilmer, I like the cape technology. That I buy. It's a great Batman gadget because, of course, Batman is gonna be. Batman is gonna be accustomed to get on fire. Like, fire is one of the most elemental things that Batman has gadgets to fight to defend off. But this I like. Why can't you just die? And he has a powerful, powerful gun. And that I like. That is the sand or the salt or whatever, like pouring and pouring into them and swallowing him whole, has much more power than the fire. And you see, how can he possibly get out of this? Not alone. And again, that's a great moment, a great Robin moment. And I like Val Kilmer's voice because it's another. If you've seen, like, I've just watched The Doors, which I have, I'll bring you a review as fast as I can. Val Kilmer has so much power in his voice, and fucking hell, in The Doors, he sang all the songs. So he's not only a great physical actor, he's a great vocal actor, he's a great emotional actor, he's a great all-around actor. And Chris O'Donnell is good too. And I don't think there's no bad actors in this movie. Only misdirection and studio interference. That's all. That's all the what's bringing this movie down constantly. This movie, the greatest analogy for this movie, okay, get it. This movie is like a child or a lizard, like slightly always trying to go up, to get up, but this pressure, this fucking movie is constantly bringing weight to keep it down. It's like it wants to go up constantly, but it's going down. As soon as it gets up, pressure brings it down. And that's what is the greatest tragedy of this movie. It's like it has so much potential, so much, and that's why it's infuriating. Like Batman and Robin has no potential. It doesn't have great actors. Oh, I won't go into this. It has no potential. Nothing can be born of it. This movie had so much potential, and Val Kilmer brings so much life into what could have gone so south, like George Clooney. George Clooney has no gravitas, nothing. He doesn't have a single millimeter on Val Kilmer's acting. Val Kilmer is trying his fucking best, and he does achieve. His performance is great, great. You tell me how Val Kilmer was in this movie, I say the best he could have been, and even better. This movie doesn't deserve him, and we must rejoice in that. Because if you just take out this movie's plot and these fucking villains, these absurd villains, and just look on close on Val Kilmer's work, you got a fucking gem. A diamond in the rough. Yeah, and just checking the camera for not this happens again. Okay, good. Yeah, and that's a very, very important aspect of it. He said, but Bruce says you're encouraging him. And yeah. Ooh, that's a tough shot. Never been in love before, Alfred. Yeah, just finished the Robin thing. Yes, I'm glad that Robin Dick says put this uh, with the bat suit next to the bat suit where it belongs. And Bruce says you're encouraging him, and he says, "Yeah, yeah. Young." I- He says because Alfred sees Dick just as he saw Bruce all those years ago, and he wants to encourage it. Sure, not for the torment, because Batman brings on Bruce's and Batman brings their own torments alone. Batman is cursed. Bruce is cursed. There's nothing anything or anybody can do about it. And Alfred knows that. Alfred knows Bruce's curse better than anybody because he's seen it time and time again. And when he's Dick craving for that, craving for revenge, it's yes, he encouraged it, but it's for how can I say? He knows Dick, like Bruce, has a good heart, and he knows that vengeance sometimes with a good heart is must be encouraged and must be nurtured, and that's why he doesn't stop him, and that's why he designed the suit for a partner, because again, and he knows that there's a multitude of possibilities here with the mythos, but he knows that Batman, he recognizes that this could have been the last day of Batman of Bruce's life. Sometimes Batman cannot be everywhere, cannot do everything. As much as Batman will tell you otherwise, he knows that Batman needs help. That's why he encourages him to go see Chase. Yes, he says go to her. She has wisdom to teach you. Tell her how you feel. And again, we all know what's coming. The perfect blonde in a silk. Yeah. You always sleep naked, Dr. Meridian. Notice the music behind. It's very somber. It's in the lower notes. And I'm wishing you were somebody else. And I just noticed something. I just noticed that Val Kilmer, when she speaks, Val Kilmer has a lot of jaw drops. He's like he, he has 1,000 words in his mind, but he just cannot say it because he is so enthralled in his dark personification of the night that he cannot spew out the words. And he does that. And which other actor, which other Batman did that too? Robert Pattinson in Matt Reeves' The Batman. Not in the suit, but when he goes to Carmen Falcone and to know about the story of his father, you will know this. He does the same. He does the same thing with his jaw, with his lips, with his teeth. He talks. He's like a mute. He becomes mute, and all his words are lost because he has lost himself. So it's just funny to have both parallels doing the same acting choice in both fucking different movies. And I hate the smile, the Batman smile. Yeah, it was for the kids, whatever. But I love this next line. Oh no, okay, it's not there. Okay, so I love because it's the Riddler. He is the intellect foe of Batman. He challenges what the Riddler challenges in Batman is his intellect. He wants to prove that he's smarter, and he had his way. He found out he is Batman, and I love this version. Yeah, I spend my life helping strangers that I'll never meet, I've never seen. And all Dick wants is revenge, revenge, revenge. And mm, mm, this is where, because Bruce is not doing enough, he says, because the it's always the same thing. The I don't want to be Batman anymore. So we're in this scene. The Batman from this day, Batman is no more, and on the on the complete opposite side, you have Dick that say, "I need a partner. I need a partner. I want to kill Harvey Dent. I want to kill Two Face," and Bruce is trying to teach him that you'll end up just alone, like me. Like if Bruce, it's like Bruce has finally recognized his burden, and he is so sick of it that he shuts it down, because you must be very, very precise. And you know what, I like this version of I don't read Batman anymore better than Chris Nolan did in The Dark Knight Rises, because in The Dark Knight Rises, Batman stops being Batman like this for 8 long years. And like um, they just said, like there's monsters out there, like there's crime every night. What the fuck are you doing? It's your job. It's your soul. It's your contract with God, or with whatever the world. It's not with God, with your parents. It's a contract you made with your parents. You shall not make this happen again. So you've got to be out every night for the rest of your days. Like it or don't like it. And Bruce is just sick of it. And he says he is completely, because I think, and that's where that's where all the visits, all the talks with Chase Meridian, all the bad dreams, all the hallucinations. You know, if they just gave us more, a little more of that, we could buy that Batman is saying, I'm stepping down. I don't want to do this anymore. Fuck them," and so on and so forth. But yeah, he's saying, I'm like, Chase wants to be with Bruce Wayne, so I'm gonna be 100% Bruce Wayne, and I've suffered enough, I've paid enough, and so I don't care. Like Dick will bring him, will come around. I'll be his friend, his mentor, or not his partner. Okay, let's go back. Sorry about the pause. And we are 1 hour, 26 minutes, and 23 seconds. Chase is coming for dinner. I'm gonna tell her everything. Again, love the soundtrack. Mounting, mounting, mounting. Because a lot of things are burning on. Because we know that the villains know Batman's identity. Chase is coming for dinner, telling her the secret. Dick fighting with his demons. I think we are a lot, and we approach the climax. So it's a great, again, a great multi-art team going on. Dick going out. It's crazy how I love his Bruce Wayne. It's crazy. And I love this. I mean, you can't tell me Joel Schumacher didn't have some plans, some a vision. This she just. Why am I so nervous? I'm nervous too, Chase. Cheers to you. She just knocks out two roses, and those two roses have so much an impact. Let's go. Bruce starts hallucinating again. But again, you see Alfred, you hard cut with Alfred and the kids on Halloween, and the criminals coming to Wayne Manor. Again, the cameras, the security, everything. Like, how does this work? It's just completely ridiculous. I mean, that's you want this movie's problem solved in a quick second. You got it with just this scene. You have, because it's genius. Chase not reaching for her glass of wine, knocking out two roses, and Bruce just completely goes into shock right there, and he goes into his memories and phobias and nightmares and everything, and hard cut to the jumpy villains, the kitty villains that happy Halloween. They just fucking they're clowns. They're fucking clowns. And again, you hard cut with young Bruce Wayne running in the darkness and the rain with his father's red book. I mean, the lousy villains are the studio, and this young Bruce Wayne running through the night is Joel Schumacher's vision. That's how I get it. because you won't tell me that it's the opposite. No. The jokey villains sells toys and make money. The dark, young, debilitated, traumatized Bruce Wayne, that doesn't sell tickets. That doesn't sell toys. And so I love, again, and he looks so much like Val Kilmer, and he's so cast perfectly, way better than in the Nolan films. And the music just on a string. And again, it he has hallucinations of his parents' death, and like he's not sleeping in his waking up state. And he, because that's why Chase could have been really powerful character, because she understands his psyche and she understands what he's fighting through and what haunts him. She understands what haunts him, and that's why he wants to tell her everything, because she's the only one that has the knowledge, the the intellectual knowledge, the fucking studies, the um, fucking job, just the knowledge to help him, the knowledge to understand him. Because riddle me this: who can who can Bruce Wayne be romantically involved successfully? Because Vicky Vale didn't work, Catwoman didn't work. Who can Bruce Wayne love in a successful, fruitful relationship without destroying it with his psyche and with his duality? A psychiatrist, maybe? Someone who doesn't look down on him. Someone who understands the pain and the hatred and everything he goes through each and every second of each and every day. That's what we are seeing right now. And we are gonna be caught by fucking clowns. And I love the nightmares, love the flashbacks. The soundtrack is so esoteric. The Red Book. To outrun the rage. I love the image of the bat, the tear. Again, Simple Batman psychology. And again, instead of, because we've had this scene happen before in Batman 89, and she realizes, and she doesn't shy away from it. She likes it. And that's such a shame with all those. Uh, I can't. It's like the villains. It's like Bruce Wayne's story and the villain's story are written by complete different persons. Yeah, Riddler in the Batcave, explode everything. So is there, of course, Two Face flips his coin, but it's like you are raiding Wayne Manor. You know Bruce Wayne is Batman, and that's what I think because it's such a dichotomy. This movie, I mean, you want me to talk about duality? This movie is a duality. There is the good, psychologic, true to the mythos, profound, and serious Batman, and you have this joke villains, childish, that have no personality, no depth, no seriousness, no character, no mythos, no nothing. It's just a joke. It's just for the kids. So these two parts are in complete conflict, always, always, always. I mean, if imagine Harvey Dent or Two Face, whatever. If we were in a world, in the real world, where Bruce Wayne and Harvey Dent were good friends, imagine him discovering the truth that Bruce Wayne is Batman and raiding Wayne Manor. How much power could you possibly? You don't have even anything to do. You just have to have him walk in Wayne Manor and just be completely blown away psychologically. It's like unreal. It's like he doesn't want to kill Bruce Wayne, but maybe he would flip his coin to decide later. But you can't. Two Face has two faces. You cannot, and you always play the damage villain like side of his psyche. You never play the Harvey Dent side. So without this duality, without this fight between the two identities, it's like Batman. Batman has been fighting his duality for all the movie. Harvey Two Face is only Two Face. He's never Harvey Dent. Never, never, never. So you rid yourself of a lot of good stuff that you could have had. But no. Yes. And again, having the Batcave completely destroyed by a villain could have been so much powerful, but it is treated as a complete joke. I mean, having the bad guys chasing Chase and Bruce, I mean, in another movie, I mean, Bruce could have taken take them all down in like 1 minute. It's like, but in the 90s, they weren't so martial arts oriented. They didn't know how to film action great. They didn't, blah blah blah. But it's just a shame because we could have, because he doesn't have anything to hide anymore. Chase knows he's Batman, so he yeah, he does some punching and kicking, but it's not Batman level. It's like, and why don't they have guns? I don't understand. Whatever. And what's the point? What's the point in Two Face if he can just flip it forever, 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 forever until he gets? I mean, you have a 50-50 chance. If you flip it 12 times, of course it's gonna land on what you want. It doesn't make any sense for the character. The character should have flipped once and stopped there. Of course, if you say I'm a prisoner of this coin, it tells me what to do and what not to do. My complete psychological mindset is based on that coin, and when I have the decision to make, I flip it once and I accept the result. Done. If you can flip it 1,000 times, of course it's gonna land on what you want. Of course. Hundreds of times. That and he just laughs and laughs. It just make, man, I can't understand how much they ridiculized. I mean, I don't know exactly who created Two Face, but he must be rolling in his fucking grave. My God, Tommy Jones is bad. My God. don't kill him. Why not? There's no. It's like the way it should have gone. It's Bruce kicks their asses. Uh, find Alfred. Get out of the get out of the manor, and the villains are left. The Batcave is destroyed, but just now, just it it takes so much out because the combination of Two Face and Riddler just doesn't work. They even pointed out at the party where Riddler is the star and Two Face breaks all the party up. The both, if you have written them differently, it could have worked. But these two villains don't work at all, and these two actors hated each other anyway. So what's the point? Why suffer such misery for nothing? And just be laying like you have gun to the head to Batman, and you say don't kill him. It's like fuck you, bang, done. Again, how are you, young man? You haven't called me this for a long time. Again, the relationships. And again, you take that into you read this onto a page, to the script. You read the script. Chase Meridian has been stolen by the villains. Dick has run away. The Batcave is destroyed. Is the low point. The low point of the character before he rises up. Okay, good. That's good on the page. What do we see? Chase Meridian on a green sofa with golden shackles. It's like it's completely ridiculous. And Jim Carrey, I'm sorry, but Jim Carrey, I mean, I love Jim Carrey in every other of his roles. It's the only role that I just can't. I mean, he's better than this. He's way better than this. And this is a fine image doing the Riddler sign with the Batman logo. It's a great idea. It's a great visual. Of course, the Riddle is childish. When you compare it to Matt Reeves, the Batman, the Riddles are fucking childish. and I love this. The prototype that you invented. You. Not Lucius Fox, not Wayne Enterprises. You. I love a good Batman suit upgrade. Why the fuck not? Bring him on. Tonight's a good night. Don't talk to me about the ass shot. It's fucking ridiculous. And I love the Robin outfit. It's great. Again, great scene. Great dialogue. I love that they're going again. Dick doesn't have any training, but what the fuck? It's the comic book side, it's the childish side, but the engines, the effects are great. I love how the Batwing looks. I love how the bat boat looks. It's great. Wait, Commissioner Gordon is just happy. See Batman, yeah. Just the island is so fucking stupid. The battleship game, I have nothing. If it was taken more seriously, it would be. It's a great idea. It's fucking mines. It's fucking dangerous. Yeah, it's fucking dangerous. It blows the boat. Great effect. But they just laugh and do fucking stupid. And again, if all you want to do was to kill him, why didn't you kill him first? Again, when I was small boy, I was playing with my Batwing that the wings could cut off and become a submarine, so I have soft spots for it, but again, Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, I'm zoning out because it's getting ridiculous. The climax of this movie is so stupid. I mean, all the foundations. I mean, you could have just cut an hour of this movie and arrived by the same stupidity. I don't understand what's going on. It's gears and the death pit. Again, Nostalgia Critic said it very well. But imagine you had a serious Riddler. Not. I mean, he can joke. He can. Jim Carrey could have gone up, but Jim Carrey is like at on a scale of 1 to 10. Jim Carrey is at fucking 18. So just leave him at 8 or 9. And like he said, his system is technology will bring him credit card numbers and bank codes and secrets, and I mean just mind reading. Just it's pure mind reading, like Batman said. So it's a smart thing that a Riddler would do. But in this context, it just doesn't work at all. And who built the big island? I mean, you could just have had the regular bunker with all the mines and the missiles and the thing, It's all just, it's very military when you think about it. So it's just, again, it's a comic book movie, but yeah, I mean, when you compare it to the Burton ones, we lose all the atmosphere, all the gothic. But you had the Bruce Wayne character right. That's the only thing you got right. And what is it used for in the end? This fucking bullshit. Yeah, it was over the top. Just throws a batarang and everything explodes. It's like, that's it. After all the military bombs and the mines and the whatever, that's just breaking that makes it all explode and suck your brainwaves. It's fucking, again, it's childish. I've got nothing else to say. Both of them falling to their deaths would have happened. Yeah. The magical grappling hook. You've always been a good friend. When? You've always been a good friend. When? When? Yeah, let him die, whatever. He's fucking asshole. It's so dumb. It's so stupid. It destroys all the good that was built in. All the details and depth that movie was could have got is fucking destroyed. The only thing I like in this movie, I mean, in this part, Arkham Asylum looks great. And how do they call him in this script? I don't know. The actor looks great. They could have used that. They could have used more time in Arkham, but they didn't. Well, again, just a giant waste. Dr. Burton. Yeah, and the horror soundtrack works, the visual, the crooked tree, the gate, the asylum, the lights, Bruce is in dark coat. Again, he brings back the doll, the dream doll. After everything we've seen, the climax, I mean, does this have any weight anymore? Alfred's just like, yeah, Bruce, get some. Fuck yeah. And again, the only love affair that could have progressed into another movie is let down. And I'm fucking happy this is finally over. The the third act was a fucking nightmare to get through. And yeah. Uh, I mean, what else to say? I mean, Great opportunity, great tragedy. I'll never know. This movie boggles my mind because how can you do um, so much good? It's like planting a garden. You put they put in the earth all the seeds, all the good seeds, but everything that grew was trash. So and rotten. So how can you describe this movie otherwise? It's it had potential. It had I mean Val Kilmer is one of my favorite actors of all time. Uh, I think Chris O'Donnell was for the times, for the period, for the taste, for the commercial use was a good choice. But Alfred returning, Chase Meridian was a fucking sex slut slash psychiatrist. Again, potential, potential, potential. But when you put it to use, it's garbage, garbage, garbage. So yeah, so that's it, guys. I wish. No, that's just it. I wish that Val Kilmer. I don't know what Val Kilmer did between this and his next movie. I think the next movie. I don't know when Heat was, in which year, but anyway, um, I love Val Kilmer. Always will. Even now, I have very much love and support for him. He is a prodigy of acting, a real one of the great ones, one for the ages. And I just this review was more. Jesus, I'm getting teary eyed. This movie was more for him than myself. I really wanted to. I hope, however I did, whatever I said, I I hope I didn't want to make you watch this movie, but I hope I made you want to watch Val Kilmer because he is, again, in my mind, he is one of the greatest actors of all time. He is as a profound soul, kind and generous soul, and was always um, a good sport and with great depth of psychological work in every movie he ever did, every performance. I haven't seen Top Gun 2 yet. I will very soon. I kind of anticipate to see him as he is now because the last thing I saw was the his documentary Val. I talked about it in other videos, but when when people ask me why I'm an atheist, I say, well, look what happened to Val Kilmer. Injustice. Look what happened in Syria and in Ukraine. I won't go into the politics of it. That's just bullshit. It's just complete and utter bullshit. But yeah, I keeping with Val Kilmer. Um, I just want to let you know to if he is an actor that you've appreciated or maybe not, or maybe not seen his movies, I would say get on it right now because he is absolutely amazing in everything he does, and his legacy will live forever, whatever the state of his condition as of now. So, thanks for watching, guys, and until the next Batman video or something else, take care.